Good morning. It's Friday, May 1st. This is the S&P 500. We're looking at yesterday. Just want to run through here real quick what actually happened here. So the open got a move down. We had a prediction point at 93 quarter. We got to 93.50. Bounced back up here to 20. There was just no momentum. We had a prediction point right in this area. They held that and we moved down. And then ultimately, we were looking for lower. The regular session, we got one more probe down here, 87.75. They were down in that area a lot. Bounced back up to 03, and then the prediction point, there was a gap. If you remember, there was a gap between 90 and then 78, and then the low of the regular session was 78 to the tick. We got 78. Right over here. And then that was just the next prediction point. We obviously had lower targets. They opened, they came down, and anyway, we got this retest here in the Globex back up at 79 3/4, and then have since sold off quite a bit from that, all the way down here, surprise, from one CP to another CP. So there's a pretty nice move there, all the way from 77 all the way down here to 30/4. Low there was 30.5. 30.5 is the CP, and the low is 33/4. So we're one tick off on that. So we got a nice move down here, down to that CP. And what we have seen right now is they came back up, held here a couple of times, and then held here on a pullback, and then held right here. Now, as long as they continue to hold up this area, this 39, we probed it by a tick, but as long as they continue to hold up this area, it's very, very possible we see some bigger bouncing. And so we could easily come take out this KP. Probably want to watch this area, so this 52.50, something to keep an eye on. But then 55.75, those will kind of be the first two areas to get through. Yeah, so 52.50, 55.75, those two areas to get through. And then if we can get through that, that should be enough to get us back up to retest this 63/4, even 64/4, 64.50. And then much up above that, it's pretty possible that we come back up and test these. So this could end up holding for lower. Well, this could end up holding for lower, and we don't even have to come up that high, but we certainly could. And then that would just be, it's hard to even call it a breakout. You could trade that long up into this area, but then this could very easily hold for another leg down. Otherwise, if we can get up above here, then opens us up back up into here. So that all seems a bit far away now to be talking about any of that. We'll just see how the day goes. It's a Friday. We'll see how all that plays out, what exactly they have in store. And then on the other side here, let's just go take a peek here. If we get another leg down here, if one of these hold up here, we get another leg down, then what we're looking for is ultimately this 2800 area, but there's some things we would have to get through. So first off, 23.50 we would need to get through, and then 15/4 we would need to get through, and then 07/4, and then so kind of it just depends on what this looks like if it comes down here, but this would just kind of be one at a time. I mean, it depends on how weak it is. Each one of these could be one at a time, but 23/4, 15/4, 07/4, those are all kind of one at a time down here into that area. And then certainly we could see lower, but that would be a pretty decent sell-off. It would be about 80 points from the Globex high. So, if there's more, we'll post about that. But for now, that's pretty much the scenario. Some initial bouncing up into here, possibly a leg down from there. If we can break out from there, it gets us back up into this area, and then maybe a leg down. Otherwise, we can keep going up above that. And then on the way back down, you have what that would look like on the way down. And of course, we need to get through each of these levels on a push down here. We need to get through here. We've tested here. We've tested here. We wouldn't necessarily want to come back and test there. But we'll see how all this plays out here as we get closer to the regular session. And of course, I'll be active in the chat room, and I will see you there.